just the whole situation with my hair, like it's sticking out and it's just really getting on my nerves right now. But I'm currently at my grandma's and the date is the 24th of May, and I've just broken up for a week break from school, which I'm so excited about, because if you do not know, I am 16, which therefore means in England that you're in your last year of secondary school, which therefore means that I'm now doing my official GCSEs, and it has been very, very painful, and hands down say this has been the most tired and exhausting thing I think I've ever done in my entire life, which sounds like I've like not done much considering it's just GCSEs, but it's been the most tired and exhausted I think I've ever been in my whole entire life. It's so much pressure, it's so much stress. It's like hours and hours of sitting in the same room, in the same seat, doing the same kind of stuff that you've been doing for the last like 5 years of your life. And so I've got this week break, starting next week I've got a week off, and then I go back on the 3rd of June, and then I have 10 more official days at my current secondary school, or high school if you don't live in England, and then I am officially done forever with school, and then I have college to go to. But for now I'm still at school, and I'm really sad to leave. I'm very upset about it. I'm actually not that happy about leaving, because I'm one of those people that really doesn't like change and leaving people, because it's kind of become like a home. So I'm really not excited to leave. But yeah, people feel about it in different ways, and I just feel a bit of a negative feeling towards it. To top that off, my head of year, who is in charge of my whole entire year group and has been since about year 10, has left Hartshill today. It was his official last day, because he's gonna go to a job nearer where he lives with his family, so therefore he can take his son to school easy, pick up and take his son to school much easier and more efficiently, which I think is a really amazing way, you know, a reason to go. If there's any reason to go, it's for your son, for your children, and therefore he can watch his son grow up. And you know, he almost, it sounds a bit weird, but he almost feels like a dad to me, because he's in charge of our year group, so any problems that we've had, small or big, we have to go to him. And he's been one of the biggest helps, I think, you know, for my whole entire year 10 and 11 journey. He has been a stable point that I can just go to and just breathe. Like, he's so lovely, like he's the loveliest man, and he's hands down my favourite teacher I think I've ever had in primary school and secondary. And I didn't even get to say a proper goodbye today. I spoke to him like a couple of times before, and I'm really sad, because, you know, they're kind of like the people, like my school is like my second home, and you know, Mr. Self was kind of like a father figure to me. I'm getting upset about it, and I look like a dramatic idiot, but yeah, I can't believe after next week it's just going to be 10 days and then this whole experience is over. It's just over. It's weird because I'm even getting upset about the fact that I'm going to be leaving the people that hate me. Because they're all part of your life in some sort of way. They have, every single person that you grow up with in school has shaped you in some sort of way. And if you're anyone who is watching this from my school who is in year 9 or below, then listen up, because I'm going to tell you what to do. As ridiculous and dumb as it sounds, enjoy all of your school life. Because I spoke to my grandparents earlier. I'm currently at my grandparents, and they said to me, you know, when you grow to our age, which is like my grandparents are in their 80s, that like, you're really gonna wish that you could go back to school, because even if you don't see it, they are the best days and times of your life. Because that's when you're a kid, that's when you're still classed as a kid. You get away with stuff, you know, you have a lot of time. And even though I'm still only 16 years old, I am growing up thick and fast, and soon I'll have a family of my own. So if you're year 7, year 8, year 9, or even below that, if you're still in primary school, please enjoy it and make the most of it. I'm not saying you have to be goody two-shoes. I'm not saying you have to get perfect top grades, but enjoy the experience of being at school. Wake up and be ready and willing to go to school, and just taking everything people tell you. Because at the end of my year 11 life, I honestly am so, like, I'm gonna get so upset about it, but like, I'm so grateful for the support that I have had, and the people that have taught me everything that I need to know to help me get through school. And I know when I leave, I will never be able to say enough thanks to all the teachers that have put in time and, you know, time and patience to print out like 100+ sheets, to spend time after school until like late time, like 7 o'clock. I am able to get the sheets I need, to get the revision material that I need, to be able to get good grades, so that when I'm older and I'm their age, I have a good plan and I have a good, you know, setup to get me far in life. And I was in history revision today, and I was just listening to my music and zoned out, and I just looked around, and I just looked at the canteen that I was sitting in, outside, to the animals that we have at my school, and I was just thinking, like, within 10 days I will never get to see this again. I will never be in this building again until I come back to get my results, and after that I will never be in this building again. I was like, I'll never see these teachers again. And even though, like, you don't personally know them, I feel like I've known all of those teachers for all of my life, and they've watched me grow up, they've watched me make mistakes, they've watched me blossom into the young person that I am today. And, you know, they choose to do that. Even though they get paid for it, they choose the times that they stay, they choose how much they print out, they choose how in depth they go with their explanations and all this. And so just treasure it. Like, I'm not saying I was a bad behaved kid. I was a gem. I was a teacher's pet. I was what people would class as the smart, stuck up, posh princess. But sometimes I took things for granted, and I'm really starting to see how important family is and how important, you know, time is. Because my time has gone so quick. You know, I sat in an exam today. I had a psychology GCSE exam, and it was so insane to see how 1 hour 45 minutes went that quick. It was like, you know, I started off with an hour and 45, and all of a sudden it seemed to be like you have 5 minutes left. Another tip: don't ever take a phone into an exam. Don't do it. It'll be the worst decision of your life. Invigilators and teachers, you will know from, you will always kind of get told this, but mainly from year 10 up to 11, you will get so bored of hearing the exact same sentence over again. But the exact same sentence you'll hear over and over again, apart from revise, is never take your phone to an exam. And it's because even though it's something so small as a phone, even if you take it in and it's turned off, or it's on but it's on silent, you can get disqualified and fail every single exam, whether you have done the exams or not. Let's just say you've done, you know, your English, your history and your science, but you've still got maths and geography to do. Even if you haven't even done those tests, you're at risk of failing them completely. And we have been told so many times to not take our phones into the exam. Even before we even did mock exams, before we even got to the point, they told us don't ever take your phone into an exam, whether it's a mock or a real one, especially a real one. And, you know, my year group isn't the best year group. It's one of the worst year groups probably they've ever had at my school. But we were in a GCSE official, not even a mock one, official exam for English earlier this week. Yesterday, I believe. And somebody had taken their phone into their exam, and it went off twice with a text tone. They received a text twice, and because of that we had to have 6 high up, very strict teachers come into my exam at the end. 6, not even 2, not even 1, 6 of them with scanners, metal scanners, and someone had to say to us, well, you can either someone own up to whoever's phone it was, own up now, or one by one we're going to go through every single one of you, every single one, bearing in mind, you know, there's about 100 people per year, 150 people per year group. So we had people ranging from, imagine it like this, so we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G row, blah blah blah, all the way down. That's how you find your seat. My year group stretched all the way from A row to about P row, so that's how much, A to P, full of, that's entire year group of people, so A to P, that many people. And they had to make us stand up one by one, scanners, to let us out to see who had the phone. They did find out who had the phone, and now she's at risk of being disqualified and therefore failing every single one of her exams, even the ones that she hasn't done yet, just because of a stupid mistake. And she claims that she didn't know it was in there, because she felt her pocket was really heavy. She felt that her pocket was really heavy, but she just assumed it was her watch and her pens and that she needed. She just thought that was what was weighing it down. She didn't realise she had a phone in there. But it's not up to the school to decide what they're going to do. It's up to the exam board, or whatever exam board, like company that you get for your test. And because we had English and we had the exam board AQA, which are more strict than stricter than Edexcel, it was one of the worst exam boards she could have done it on, and now they've got to decide whether she fails all her exams, which therefore means her parents have to pay for every single one so that she can redo them. Once you fail it, or if you don't come in to do it, you have to pay to do it. Bearing in mind they're about £70 per one. So if she's got 12 times £70, you know, you can imagine it'll rack up a lot of money. So let's hope that the exam board lets her off, because she claims that she didn't know it was in there. But she may fail every single exam. You know, something as small as that can give that big of an impact. So just be careful with, you know, bringing your phone in. But don't panic and you'll be fine. That's the only like colour tip I said. Don't bring in a phone. Just don't do it. I just turn mine off and put it in my bag as soon as I get into the changing rooms. Also, just thought I'd show you a little bit of an OTD. So let's go to doing that. This is my dress. So it's just a little casual, kind of like, it's quite like a grandma vintage style dress. And then I just have my like Nike Air Forces on with some ankle socks. And then I have my denim jacket from Topshop on. So this dress is by the brand Joe Brown, and it's a vintage dress, so it's like designer, and it was £60, and I ripped the label off earlier and tore a hole into the material, because this is like see-through, very thin material, and I ripped a hole in the back of it. I don't know, I ripped a hole in it, which is in the £70 dress. I ripped a hole in it, which is really bad, so don't do that. But yeah, I kind of like these dresses every now and again, just in like summertime. I really like grandma style, but I really like these dresses because they're kind of flowy and they're nice and summery, and just with some like Air Forces, they're like so nice in a denim jacket. And then this is my makeup. I did kind of like a pinky eye to kind of suit the dress, and just like a little bit of a lip gloss, and more of a kind of like natural summer kind of look. So it is the 13th of, not the 13th, 13 minutes past 10 in the morning, and it is Sunday the 26th of May, and me and my mum are just about to head out for breakfast / brunch. So this is my outfit. or OTD. So this denim jacket from Topshop, this maxi dress from Primark, and my Nike Air Force shoes from Nike.